Palworld. A game that everyone took one look at the announcement trailer back in 2021 and collectively went, it's Pokemon with guns. That's so stupid. Oh yeah, good meme, good meme. Seriously, you look me in the eye and tell me you didn't scoff at this initial trailer. Then, fast forward to 2024, and Pocket Pair releases the game in early access on January 19th. Met with a series of head-scratching... Wait, what? Oh yeah, that game. Wait, it happened? Nintendo didn't shut that shit down? Now, full disclosure, I don't really love open-world sandbox games. And it's not from a lack of trying, either. I've played the New Zealand-made Icarus, the doomed Starforge, Minecraft, The Forest and its sequels, Valheim, Ark, 7 Days to Die, and I am sure a lot more than I'm mentioning here. But I'm the kind of person who will just sink 20 hours into making a pretty little base with all the flourishes, only for my friends to just go, "Bored, start again," to my absolute dread and bottled up rage. And on the opposite side of that, I am very much a huge fan of Pokemon. While you haven't seen any videos here on the channel that really make evident of that, I'm sure you'll have at least seen my shirt here. I've been a fan of the series since the initial red and blue versions of the game reached New Zealand shores. I got sucked into the trading cards growing up, and have bought a copy of every generation of Pokemon game released. Hell, I bought the Pokemon Channel game and a Game Boy Advance cable just so I could get a Jirachi back when Ruby and Sapphire released. Which posed me as quite the celebrity amongst the kids at school.
Whoa, what Pokemon is that?
Oh, this? Yeah, you know, this is just Jirachi, the new equivalent of this generation's Mew. No big deal or anything.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's got its own unique attack, Doom Desire. Ain't that badass? Doesn't it just make you want one too?
I mean, yeah, I guess I want one.
Well, for the low price of hanging out with me after school and playing video games, I can transfer you one too, straight off the Pokemon Channel.
You bought Pokemon Channel?
Yeah.
That's fucking lame.
You're lame! Yep, I was kind of a big deal. Now, what's the point of all this Pokéstalgia, I hear you asking? Well, I just wanted to reiterate first how ride or die I've been as a Pokemon fan since I was a wee little babby. But with the game series' later entries, things just started to get, well, weird. Like, the whole mission statement of Pokemon suddenly got skewed somehow. And X and Y suddenly, gotta catch 'em all, became, you just gotta see 'em all now. With the Pokedex now caring more about just, well, seeing everything. I mean, you know, weird choice, but that's fine, I guess. Fine compared to the next entry in the series anyway. With Sun and Moon going, oh, you know, you can still catch or see them all or whatever, but, you know, the international dex functions have gone now, so who even really cares, right? Like, they just dropped the function completely from the games. And as someone who loved collecting every single Pokemon every damn time a new game dropped, this was a huge bummer for me. While I wasn't going into the decks to read those 2-sentence entries about every Pokemon, I was using it as a checkoff list to tell which Pokemon I still had left to go. Because, you know, at that point we were getting close to 1,000 unique Pokemon. But the worst was, ironically, still yet to come.
It was dark times, Harry, dark times.
Sword and Shield dropped on the Switch. Not a problem, I already had a Switch, so, you know, we're good. Now I just need to transfer over my collection that I've been keeping for over a decade. Wait, what the fuck is it?
Pokemon Dexit.
Pokemon had devolved from gotta catch 'em all to gotta see 'em all to, look, just focus on the ones that are sort of around you, that who even cares, to finally, you cannot catch them all. Thanks for playing, make sure you buy the DLC.
You lose! Good day, sir!
This was a huge thing for a lot of Pokemon fans. Especially if your favorite Pokemon just straight up didn't make the cut. And while Nintendo made all sorts of excuses as to why they had to do this, you and I are both smarter than that. The minute they started serving up DLC regions so you could go and catch some of your old favorites again, I couldn't do it anymore. The little kid in me who bought Pokemon Red back in 1996 just couldn't embrace this new approach Pokemon had. And it's not because I'm a Poke-boomer or I didn't like the monster designs. No, none of that. It was this new mindset that the series had taken on that just really, well, it pushed me out of the Pokesphere. So, I didn't buy Sword and Shield. I didn't buy Scarlet or Violet. Didn't even buy Legends of Arceus or Let's Go Pikachu. I just felt betrayed.
They betrayed me, they didn't keep their promise, they tricked me, and I don't care anymore.
So my Pokemon love lay dormant, buried away under other games, for years. Now, did I expect Palworld to just fill the hole Pokemon had left? God, no! I just wanted to play it, have a chuckle, and move on. The game cost, what, $20? I paid twice that amount just for DLCs for Monster Hunter games. There are skins in games like Dead by Daylight and League of Legends that cost that much. Hell, this game is cheaper than basically all of Diablo 4's cash shop transmogs.
Rippin' shit.
So I had zero expectations for this game, outside of a chuckle and to probably uninstall it a week later. But that dormant love for a series stirred. Just for a moment. Just on a hope. I installed the game, jumped into it with some friends, and...
Oh my god. I get it.
Oh god, what is this feeling? Such satisfaction! Impossible! How? How could this trivial little indie game grab that dormant love for Pokemon, embrace it, pull it back up, dust it off, and say, hey, things have been tough, haven't they? Why not load a penguin into a rocket launcher and fire it into a flock of chickens? Why not unload a musket into some goofy little cat? Why not capture the humans on this island to put them to work on the assembly lines? This game, it's good. No, it's really good. Unironically good. It's so shocking, almost perverse to be having so much fun and just screaming, oh my god, I think I love you again, I mean, Palworld. I think I love you, Palworld. The gameplay starts you off on an island with nothing but your underwear and a can-do attitude. The game teaching you those powerful Minecraft basics of punch tree, get wood. Wow. As you build a crafting bench and make a club. Go unga bunga on some poor lamball who was just curiously watching what you were doing. Make a fire, cook that lamball, don't think about it too much. Then suddenly you're crafting pal spheres to capture your first allies of your new adventure.
But Milkshake, it's not safe to travel without a Pokemon companion.
Oh, Professor. But I am the danger. You're either with me, or you're against me! Me and my club are gods! Okay, a minor setback. That guy was just lucky, for the record. But, let's just not walk down the same street as that guy, yeah. Yeah, let's go make a base and stuff. That sounds way more fun. Palworld plays more like a survival game than it does any Pokemon game we've ever played before. You get hungry, you get cold, you need a base. You want food automation? Then make a farm. But you want to keep going out and exploring this vast open world, right? So, what's a pal trainer to do? Make them do it! Your pals aren't just your little battling Tamagotchis like they are in Pokemon. Oh, no. They are a mighty workforce. And it is time they earn their keep. Each pal has a series of skills, ranging from mining, to chopping trees, to seeding plots, to seeding other pals. We'll get to it.
Don't let your kids watch it!
to kindling fires, to watering plants, all the way up to more complex tasks like powering your electronics. No one pal is good at everything, so it's good to have a diverse team at your base to cover all of your jobs, so you can worry less about resources and more about exploring. But just like you, they need food, rest, and unlike you, because you're an irredeemable monster, pals have a sanity bar. So if you're working them too hard, maybe not feeding them enough, not making them beds, they're gonna stress out. They're going to get angry, get injured. Oh my god, they're unionizing! So, to quell any uprising and potential coups, make them some really nice little fluffy bits. Make them some food, give them little pats on the head, and tell them they're special. But not too special. Don't you step out of line, Depresso. I'm watching you. I'm always watching you. You better believe Kativa is a little snitch, and he's got tabs on you. Once your base is taken care of, there's a lot of world to explore here. These islands are huge, vast, with other human camps and settlements, legendary pals to capture, bosses, caves with alpha pals, and even challenge towers featuring the heads of the human factions on the island. And traveling in Palworld is actually a lot of fun, be it flying on the back of your pals to surfing across the vast oceans on others, using your glider to sail from the mountaintops and the valleys. You could say that we're searching far and wide. There's always something new to discover. Settlements, gang camps, new pals, effigies that increase your capture chance. I have lost countless hours to Palworld just exploring the map, unlocking new waypoints for fast travel, collecting these little green glowing Liftmonk effigies. And you're really going to want to keep your eyes out for these things, because capturing some of the later pals is really tough. You see, while the skeleton of Pokemon battling is here, Palworld really just kind of does its own thing. Firstly, you can't really directly command your pal. He's like your dog, man. He's just there. Look, there. Yeah, he's gonna attack your targets, but I mean, your pals act more like Donald and Goofy did in Kingdom Hearts. They're doing their best, but sometimes you just gotta do things yourself. Pals also have zero comprehension of capturing other pals. Oh, you wanted to catch that rare shiny Foxparks? I thought you said roundhouse kick him into the sun! Maybe it's just their instincts, though. Maybe they're spiting you for being such a cruel taskmaster. Maybe they see the life these little pals have, and in a fleeting moment, they're showing them a mercy in killing them. But we can just recall your pals when our mark's getting good and low. When your target's hobbling about within an inch of its life, press Q to pull out your pal sphere. If you have multiple in your inventory, you can also cycle through these with the mouse wheel. Then release Q to throw the pal sphere where you're aiming. This system will result in a lot of lost pal spheres, so just a heads up, if you don't want to waste a sphere and put it away instead, keep Q held and right-click instead. When aiming a pal sphere at a pal, you'll see an estimate capture chance showing the percentage above their hits. This is determined by what kind of sphere you're using, how low the pal's health is, if the pal's affected by a special condition, if you're aiming at the pal's back, and how many times you've leveled up your capture rate with those Liftmonk effigies. At the start, you won't really struggle all that much, but when you start hunting for far bigger game and more threatening pals, this can just kind of devolve to, oh god, please, just get in the mother ball, you wish.com Lucario.
Get in there, you bitch!
But as long as you come prepared, mind your health and armor, you should be okay. Honestly, for a game in early access, Palworld's systems are surprisingly deep and well thought out. Sure, you'll sometimes get pals clipping through the ground or stuck under your base. Sometimes you get launched into orbit, or even just get stuck gliding like this. To assert your dominance, I can only assume, but they're all pretty minor bugs that the dev team are passionate about crushing out to really improve the experience of the game. And honestly, these devs are absolute troopers, working on a shoestring budget, hiring someone at a convenience store who could model the weapons for them. These guys are the epitome of an underdog tale, making a game with blood, sweat, and passion, something every AAA game studio right now is extremely short on. There's no microtransactions to try and swindle away more of your money. There's no DLC. There's no gacha loot box bullshit. No difficulties locked behind paywalls. Yes, I'm looking at you, Sega. What the hell is even that?
Okay.
It's just a game. Just a great, fun game. Just pals, man. Living in the moment. Now, there's a good chance that before you even heard of Palworld, you heard about the controversies around this game.
Palworld used AI to design the pals.
Still has no evidence, and given how early these designs were shown back in 2021, this was well before the generative AI shit really blew up, so I kinda doubt they were.
Palworld stole Nintendo's models.
Was disproven. The person who'd even made the claim actually owning up to it, and then trying to justify it on some moral, Palworld is wrong horseshit.
Nintendo are gonna sue them.
Is bullshit. And this one is so obviously bullshit, because I mean, come on, we're talking about Nintendo. If you fart and it remotely sounds like a Pokemon cry, they will be kicking in your door with a cease and desist. Observe! Oh, fuck. The nanosecond a fan mod was made to put Pokemon in this game, Nintendo was on that like shit on Velcro. This game would not exist if Nintendo could have stopped it. I know a lot of the naysayers are Pokemon fans, who feel like Palworld is a threat to Nintendo. And trust me, I get it. When Pokemon first released in the 90s and Digimon suddenly popped up, our playgrounds were alive with people calling Digimon a copy of Pokemon, crying foul like the stupid little goblins we all were. It even has Mon at the end of the name! Pokemon is the biggest media franchise in the world. And that's not hyperbole. I mean, it is literally the biggest franchise in the world. Bigger than Star Wars, bigger than Harry Potter, bigger than Marvel, bigger than goddamn Mickey Mouse. While other monster catcher games have come and gone, like Digimon, Telefang, Temtem, Cassette Beasts, Monster Ranch, Yokai, Metabots, hell, even Persona, Pokemon hasn't ever feared competition. So, why are people so worried about Palworld then? Why are they so volatile? Because its monster styles are so comparable to Ken Sugimori's? Because it had such a monumental success, while the most recent Pokemon generation game are essentially coked out in the gutter? I feel like it's a mix of all of that, and this compounding sense of betrayal the loyalist Pokemon crowd are feeling. After Nintendo dresses up the same cut of beef it's been serving them for the past 28 years, this anger just... it feels valid, but it's misplaced. They're looking at Palworld and people who are having fun with the game and going, why the hell doesn't the latest Pokemon game feel like this? So fresh and fun. This is bullshit! And if you want my 2 cents, I very much hope Palworld hit a nerve at the Pokemon Company and has sparked some determination in Nintendo. I hope they're looking at this game and going,
Oh shit, we have to do better than this. We have to outshine that small indie developer.
because if they do, it's a win-win for everybody. We all get a great new Pokemon game that stepped it up, and now we have a great new promising franchise to compete with Pokemon. You all win! We all win! We need Pokemon to have competition. Because without it, the series is destined to degradation. Do you remember how exciting the Pokemon Go trailer was? How magical they made that game look. Wild Charizards roaming open plains, big raids in Times Square with Mewtwo squaring off against all of these players, this AR filter showing the Pokemon in the real world. And then we got this. This is what Pokemon Go was. Pokemon needs to improve. It needs to get its groove back. It needs to win me. No, it needs to win back all of us again. But until it does, I'll be right here, waiting with hope in my heart, at the cat sweatshop. Depresso, are you seriously taking a break again? You little shit! That's it! Off to the abyss!
On my way. On my way.